In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Viewers, I also want to thank you that you've been with us throughout the inception of this program. At the four, the Kwamba Waja Oba Nkunkunku, na mesanso so de Samre Adamasipa Senya Moni na Atina Sajumedi Moshe na Ochibia na Mutie na Ochibia Edamasi Oyusudi. Last week, ya this year at the end of Pim baby we can say yeah we fa term TDSTOPICA na the no atoa adusua so you preaching say say onyankopon ana onkonkon e di dwuma bi say e kan awurade asem e di asesa onyankopon abode no na kan e kan onkonkon ahoden no onam enema bi say ye nipa na ode kasa no so onam mpo micro occasion onam nasem e bible no so na finju so mpo onam nipa etie no so sana sem de beko na kwakoye adwuma edi kan atiasiesa na ade ba kunso ene me pese yehu ne se J Adams o me atiasiesa preaching enye bibia se ti na yati nyame ane so nyame ne so person di en eye na dwuma na odi en esisa na wiase na body no odi siesie abode no pese we e kan etrin se emunti na so because e kwa preach if the name the nipa bi na mo preach of say be you sample me preach pa o camera fie o tumi tiatin rugri ebi nso so preach say omo de se be omo de kwa kope omo abotom kosiesie botom e kombe koso ne akan sema kese adada nipa ne agi nipa nsem sika zena Paul kan wasem of Philippians na Paul and I do encourage and said yeah enye bia enye sa na o hwa akire ti me koso asemotu fo say hwe say watie urade ne ansa na wakwa bonde ze ko preach bizanya wo na osuma wo gongon na suma we go out there to preach in obedience to God's calling to minister his word so that the world will be healed or transformed. We do not go out there to preach for our private motives, and we should be careful about this. It's true that Paul talks about this in the book of Philippians, saying that he is only concerned with the fact that it is Christ who is being preached, and so it seems on the surface that he's saying he doesn't care if even somebody is unfaithfully doing that. But I would want to say that on a deeper reflection, Paul is rather encouraging faithful response to the call to preach. May God bless you. Today we can do see a day to the TDSTOPICA. We say an acronym and that's any one give me a wine way of Tino, types of sermon. In the just say, and some of could preach, and so was a type of band and make could preach. In the and types, no. Now, ya sounds also aye bibi ba kumyenu bi aka the also no dino a delivery style of delivery na e we hwe de aka ni nyina ansa na e style of delivery no as the last item and the end share delivery no ene na e di be wie sa di sun kra just wo wie no kra na obisa ho say mean deliver no style ben since my catch them last week me be say me reading style and I'm a person me extemporaneous me share bibi so kakra na makasa me hwe bi and some person me freestyle me hwe so na me de kasa in the no dey bibi a na we hwe the ne hwe types na ya sound so abehwe stopica no mo bi first letter no s no you know stabilization of idea and na t test and interpretation. Test and interpretation, they are that if they shall see the decay and biblical interpretation and then church history. So about the types of sermon, there are about three main types of sermon. These are the debates. We also have expository sermons, and we have the narrative sermon. The debate is about when somebody preaches in a way that he directly or indirectly involves the listeners in making up their mind. So that in mega churches, you sometimes find she's with blank spaces distributed to the listeners, so that as the preacher preaches, they may also be filling the blank spaces. A debate, no? A mirror say you preaching or preacher or per se or casa or crime so a bema a tear for no so at one year a baby shimon and a carbon a day as seminal nantie. Enti one so I can say mega church is sleepy, you know. Yet to me, a chair and crata beer, I say outline also. Enti preacher ni preaching now also so the shame not the shame nice on any nana and anti preaching no. Na debate no so you want bibi back and also see any edition debate now say very topical sermons. The topical sermon is when the entire sermon is driven by the topic, not necessarily by a text or a particular text, but by the topic. The topic then is made to walk through the entire Bible, maybe through the 4 divisions of the Old Testament and the 4 divisions of the New Testament. And only the friend topical sermon say, and just say also for no actually that passage by Kubishuna and no didn't kind of said Nantia for sermon no a topic no pursue preach no and no and now or they for Bible no munina and the Old Testament museum. Old Testament is really chemu money and 9. Sana New Testament is really chemu 9. Now or fact section be na or they can't some more they can't some. The next is the narrative. The narrative sermon is like storytelling. So we say the storyteller's sermon. In the narrative, there is the development of a plot. That is, a story is picked from the Bible that will run parallel, that will be like something that has happened within time. And as soon as the story in the Bible is shared, one can easily identify it with that which has happened, which almost everyone in the audience would know or would identify. Similarly, if the story is first mentioned, somebody can link it to something in the Bible or with that particular story in the Bible. The narrative, no, preaching here say, be an BBSC, or a citizen, and as a community, no. Now, any Bible was be separate. And the so for the can Bible was an animal go for a kai DSC, and I say the SCNA, or you bet so from the Kayaka, and one I think of what I could see Bible moody and so. Sana I do somewhere to send me a okay Bible noir, King David, so for Nathan, a false one in the Becasai, or go far, assembly, say, Penny, and now. Osisi obi awuni bi na ni dwan ba ko pebi aka obenye na giye enso se na David nim se o kan no David na se so akofa uri ayere eye Bathsheba. Enti sana narrative sermon there is a plot bibia esi sese ya we ya breso a ene Bible no asem no ese enti na osofo no fa no de aba no aka wase. The third type of sermon is the expository sermon, and I can say exposition. Sometimes a friend verse to verse. Now, verse to verse sermon also I just say so for no passage we or Bible no it be a verses kakrebi and channel no so man them so words be o more words no more do our person to no was say a church as ye na or they no the sermon. The words now church as be a verse and 9 moons and be a 4 church as you know, and no it to me church sermon no na and no your sounds of friend say a teaching sermon. sene a wo hye da kira de enti eno se no se wo ye no a wo be hia se wo be hunu se de si eye biblical interpretation ye fa words e church mu biblical interpretation no or say tools we let us say lexicon to say Bible dictionary ni ade eye tools we a wo be use pa na wo de a church sa expository sermon. With the expository sermon, the preacher may choose or select a few verses, making sure it won't be too much so that you will not be able to go through relevant keywords. The preacher then will explain the relevant keywords using the necessary tools and in fact method of interpretation like the philological method. And the necessary tools that we apply here are tools like the lexicon, Bible dictionary, theological dictionary, commentaries and the like, and that will be the expository sermon. This is not to say at any particular moment these things are so exclusive, or these types of sermons are so exclusive that you can only adopt one and leave the other. No, it may not necessarily be so. I would rather say sermons are inclusive to some extent or to a very large extent, and as you decide to zero in on the expository sermon, it is likely you have a kind of debate while doing that, or even a narrative that may pop in here or there. And on the other hand, you may have decided to have a debate or the linear sermon, and in doing so, you will almost every time do something that's expository, explain one or two keywords. It so also happens in the narrative. As you choose to do a narrative, you may have the cause to explain a word or two in the narrative, and that is like bringing into it some acts of the expository sermon, and so that is the case. And therefore, summary, I may know I share types of sermon. I said, so we preach here, also to ya drink a net, maybe send me narrative, and now next week, maybe send me expository, or so we decide. Said the Benya and come say we preaching, you know, now yes, time I could pay. That's the say a front go for. If we will be an is also for way or buy up a narrative will go on over stories or turn and the same NT or say we association. Now you vary the types of sermons, no. Now a meaning armor, a tear for more, enya, a media, and need to secure more attention. We say and then let's also atwa TDSTOPICA no amuso. It's no stabilization of the idea of a sermon. You know, the seed that is attached to in preaching is what we call the idea of the sermon. It is the smallest part of the sermon, the minutest idea that comes to you, so that you develop it and it becomes something very big. You need to stabilize it when you get the idea. The idea may come from several sources. It may come from the Bible. It may come from personal experience. It may come from, the season. Granted, we are in the Xmas season, and we therefore want to preach about the birth of Jesus Christ or about the work of Jesus. Similarly, during the Easter, you want to preach about the crucifixion of Jesus, and so you get the idea from the Bible or from the season. There are several other areas. Even storybooks can give you ideas. Things happening in town or in the community can also give you ideas. They may be even political events whatsoever. Or you can get ideas from all these sources. But as soon as you get the idea, you have to stabilize it. It means you must always have your small notebooks that when God gives you an idea or when an idea flashes, you put it down and then you begin to think of stabilizing the idea. Stabilizing the idea is about having the appropriate text to use to preach on the idea, and then finding out the theme or establishing the theme of the sermon. You make sure that it goes along with the text selected. Then you must also establish the major objective and the specific objective. So this implies you also have to learn the objectives of a sermon, which we will do even as we are discussing the stabilization. So you must have the specific objective and then the major objective. There are 6 major objectives. In fact, there is the total objective in preaching. The total objective is life. It's about God giving you life, and for that total life. The devil came only to steal and to kill, but Jesus came to give us life, and in fact abundant life. And so that is the total objective. And under this total objective, you can talk about 6 major objectives. For instance, we can talk of the evangelistic objective, then the supportive objective. You can also talk about the consecrative objective. You can talk about the devotional objective, the doctrinal objective, and the ethical objective. So that as you want to stabilize your sermon, you need to identify the objective by which you're preaching on that day. Maybe you want to preach to invite people to come and have a relationship with God. That will be an evangelistic objective. Or there is a grief situation in the community, and you want to soothe those who are involved. You want to comfort them. That will be a supportive objective. Or if you want to preach that people will become morally upright, that will be an ethical objective. Or maybe you want to preach that people will dedicate their lives to God, so that they may play some roles in the church. That will be a consecrational objective. And so we can talk of the 6 major objectives. And then for each particular sermon, as you stabilize, you make sure you have the specific objective for the day. Because under something like consecrational objective, there can be many things. For instance, the idea that you want the people to respond to God or respond to your sermon by wanting to become ushers in the church, or by even giving their resources to help the church. So the particular or specific objective must also be identified even as you stabilize the sermon. I think we'll end here this evening, even as we've gone through the purpose of the sermon, types of the sermon, and also the idea of the stabilization of a sermon. Thank you. God bless you.
You are here, moving in our midst.
Are you looking for a media production house that deals with professional films, advertisements, short films, music videos, documentary, wedding, parties, and other events? Look no further. Westway Media is the right place for you. We also run short courses like photography, graphic designing, logo animation, and video editing. You can locate us at Kumasi, Bremai Junction. Call us on 0244 601311 or 0332 2084880. Westway Media, winning together.
I worship you.